Welcome to itdesk.tv. Alright, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to approach information technology and how you should do your SBA, okay, for this year. So I can't do the SBA for you just based on ethics, but I can show you how you can approach it, seeing that someone submitted an SBA to us at itdesk.tv, and we want to ensure that you're on the right path, okay? So here's an SBA that we're going to talk about real quick. It has to do with a bus terminal, and you need to set up registration numbers for the buses that come through the terminal. Buses have varying capacities, and based on the capacity, you'll be charged a toll fee based on the capacity of the bus or the vehicle that comes into the terminal. And the entries that you do for the day, when you hit a certain amount of entries, you're able to get a certain level of discount on the total toll, okay? And then you have to calculate that discount and also come back and show what the total due would be for each vehicle coming into the terminal. So let's look at it like this. Go ahead and put in 5 registered vehicles into the system. I call them AA001 all the way through to 5, as you see on my screen. I've also put in varying capacities for these vehicles that comes into the terminal: 15, 18, 25, 12, and 7. I'm just doing 5. Like I said, I can't do the SBA for you, but I can guide you and show you the features or the formulas that you'll need to know to make this work, okay? If you want to check out previous Excel videos that we've done, you should be able to check them out right about up here, somewhere off here. Go ahead and look at those. I've entered the entries, and these are all static entries. I just typed them in, and I've given one zone. The SBA requires a lot of zones, and I've put a flat charge of $50 that's required as a flat fee for the toll. Now, the first thing that we're going to look at is the toll that a vehicle pays is based on the capacity. The function or the formula that we're going to use, it's the if statement. So it's like this: equal if. Now, if the capacity, which is here, is greater than or equal to 18, right? What do I want it to do? I want it to assign the flat charge times 1.5. So I'm going to assign the flat charge times 1.5. Otherwise, just charge the flat charge. Okay. Alright, so let's do that first. Okay, so it worked. So it's 15. Capacity is 15. It's not greater than 18. So it came up. But I'm going to need to copy this formula, and I have a flat charge, and I don't want the formula to copy like that. I want to use one of the features that we've done in Excel already that's called the absolute cell addressing. I wanted to always use this $50 that's stored here in D3. So how do we do that? You put the $ before the row, and the $ before the column, and the $ before the row. Absolute $. There you go. I'm gonna Control C and copy the formula, and that's gonna go down. There you go. All the formulas are copied in. So any vehicle that comes into the terminal that has 18 capacity, can seat 18 people or more, they will pay 1.5 times the flat charge. So that's the if statement. You're going to need to know that in doing the SBA. You have to show that you have learned that before by displaying the usage of these formulas inside the SBA, and that's how you're going to get a really high mark. guaranteed. Now, the number of entries times the flat charge. That's what it says. It could have been, according to how we normally operate in IT, logically, it could have been the total entries times your toll, which is the calculated value. But it also could be based on what the formula that they gave you. They want you to just use the flat charge. That's okay too. Okay. So either way could work. I'm gonna go ahead now and just say it's the entries times the new calculated value. So we're just gonna say how much does this person pay for total toll based on we know now how much they pay each time. We could easily say it's equal to the number of entries times the toll. And this is now relative cell addressing. Why? Why relative? Because we want it to change with each row we have. And there you go. Now discount. There's a 10% discount if the entries are, if you have 150 entries or more. That's a discount, you get 10%. But anything else, anything other than that, it's 3%. So here comes the if statements again. Now it's equal to if. You got to know these statements now. If the entries are greater than or equal to 150, the true value. I want the discount to apply should be the total toll right there times 10%. I could just say 0.10, but as how the students would have learned it, 10 divided by 100. And if it's anything other than that, it's not greater than or equal to 150, then I want it to be the total toll times 3 divided by 100, which is 3%. There you go. Then I'm going to Control C and copy this formula down. There you go, you got it. Now what is the total due? The total due is now equal to total toll minus discount. 7,200 for that one, and I copy the formula down. And there you have it. This is how we approach an SBA. Start thinking about all the formulas and everything you've learned. The pivot table, the filter, the if statement, the sum statement, the absolute cell addressing, relative cell addressing. Think about everything you've learned in, for example, Microsoft Excel, and start thinking, how can I apply this to solve the problem at hand? Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel and spread the word. Let someone know who needs this assistance that they can get the assistance over here at the desk. itdesk.tv, unlocking doors.